Hi there, hello everybody, welcome to this video of mine. So today in this video I am going to discuss on project management cycle. So let's get started. Let's go to the introduction. So the project management is a practice of leading the work of a team to achieve the specific goals within the different constraints including scope, time and budget. So these are four to five main things which are mainly followed or mainly given focus in the project management. So then what are the importance? So it ensures that the projects undergoes a successive and effective planning and execution, and it also balances the competing projects constraint, like it can be the resources, quality and risk, and it also drives innovation and adapts to changes in business environments. So what is a project management exactly? So now let's take a look at the key aspects of the project management. So the key aspects are planning, execution, monitoring and closure. So in the planning we mainly define our goals and we mainly set the objectives and the strategies. And in execution we are coordinate resources to meet project objectives, and in monitoring tracking progress and adjusting plans as needed. So in the closure, ensuring deliverables meet requirements and are handed over successfully. And the project management can be seen widely implemented in IT and software development, in constructions, in healthcare and also in the manufacturing industries. So the basic definition of a project management lifecycle can be stated as, so it is a framework that guides a project from initiation to closure. So then we are also having the different phases in the project management life cycle. So that is the initiation, and then we are having the planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and the closure. So these are the different phases which we are having in the software management life cycle. So then let's take a look on the traditional project management practices. So mainly focuses on the structured linear approach, and it also uses frameworks like a waterfall model. So and its key characteristics are detailed upfront planning, sequential execution of project phases, and it places an emphasis on the documentation. So now the examples what we can take for the traditional project management practice are the construction projects, and we are also having a manufacturing workflows. So and what are the advantage or disadvantage if we consider? So the strengths are it's predictable and it's a well documented process, and it has a clear milestones and it for its deliverables. Then it's best suited for projects with a fixed requirements. So the disadvantages can be like it's inflexible to changes for the project if the project starts, and it's slow to respond to the evolving needs for the users or the people. So and the risk of obsolescence for the long-term projects. So now let's discuss about the modern project management practices. So overview. So it mainly focuses on the flexibility, adaptability and iterative process, unlike the what we had like traditional project management practice. So here we use like agile, scrum and kanban kind of models. So in the previous model where we use mainly focused on like waterfall model. So the key characteristics of this modern project management model can be like it allows us for the collaboration and a team driven, and it's a incremental delivery of a project component, and we can have a high stakeholder involvement throughout the project. So what can be the best example for this? So the best examples are like software development projects, digital marketing campaigns. So its strengths are highly adaptable to changes in scope or requirements, faster deliverable of value through iterative releases, encourages creativity and innovation. Then we are also having the weakness. So requires frequent communication and coordination, may lack detailed documentation, and it can also lead you to scope creep if not managed well. So now let's have a differentiation look up on the traditional versus modern practices. So if we take on the approach, so the traditional model follows a predictive approach, and the modern model something follows like an adaptive or iterative approach. So and when it comes to planning, the traditional model uses something like a comprehensive upfront, and in the planning for the modern practice, we use something like a continuous and or iterative. When it comes to flexibility, traditional models are like a very less or they're least flexible ones compared to the modern kind of models. They are highly flexible and they're easy to adapt to the needs. So when it comes to the focus, traditional model mainly focuses on the process oriented, whereas the modern kind of the models that may focus on value oriented. So if we take at the team structure in a traditional model, we use something like a hierarchical, so where it goes by like a step by step model. So in a modern model, we use something like a collaborate, so where the people from all the levels collaborate each together and task. So the traditional models are best fit for the stable or well-defined projects or goals what you're having, and the modern model is mostly best suitable for dynamic or evolving projects, so that keeps on changing constantly or want to deliver some new things every day. So now let's have some case studies being look up. So the traditional practice examples. So the traditional practices, you can take something like a project, can be like building a skyscraper. So why is it? So because in while building a skyscraper, you are having like a fixed dimensions or the area or the plot where you build your skyscraper, and even the design budget and the timeline that makes the process effective. So in the traditional practice, mainly you have like simply you have like fixed goal where you fix to your goal and you don't make much of a changes that affect the complete planning of the model. So but in the modern practice example, you can take something like developing a mobile app. So here we need dynamic requirements and rapid changes are best suited for an agile methodologies. So today there may be using a different technology and tomorrow we might be having a different technology for running a mobile app. So these technologies keeps on changing day by day, and similarly we need to keep on adapting to these different technologies. So that is why we have a mobile app development in a modern practice category. So in order to conclude, we can say both traditional and modern project management practices have their unique strength and their weakness. So their choice between the two depends on project requirements, industry and organizational culture, and adopting a hybrid approach may offer the best of both worlds. So in the future outlook, we can also see an integration of AI and automation in project management and continuous shift towards flexible and collaborative practices. Thank you guys. That's it for this session. See you in the next one. Bye.